Graham, is there any question that he's the best player on the planet in your view?
No, from being the best ever. I mean, 23, 24 years old.
Nothing you can do about it.
That one in Rome 2 years ago, that wasn't the case, and it's going to be a fascinating...
Iniesta. The twinkling feet of Messi.
David Villa at the moment on the right-hand side. Barcelona quite often plays on the left with Pedro down here on the right, but they will switch, I think.
And Messi has the licence to go where he feels he can get into the game. Messi comes off Vidic to protect it.
Quite interesting. Dimitar Berbatov, of course, was disconsolate when he found that he wasn't even amongst the subs. And just looking at the players who haven't made the squad, John O'Shea, Wes Brown, Johnny Evans, etc.
They're sooner rather than later and showing signs of doing that now. Barcelona.
Messi working with Villa. In a corner.
To move the legs there. Rio Ferdinand get motoring. Did a good job. I think he had a...
They're shorter players.
Amazing. Manchester United leaving 2 players up. When last did you see that?
Iniesta. Looking for Messi. Chance for handball. Led by Pedro.
To say, fitness, stamina. To do what they're doing for the full 90 minutes, Manchester United.
Xavi. Messi. He's trying to get to Iniesta. Messi. Xavi. Dani Alves. Messi. David Villa. The home leg. More often Villa comes from the left. And it's Messi. Cross goes Vidic. And sorts out the situation and sorted out a bit of Pedro as well.
It's a nightmare, isn't it, for any side when Lionel Messi picks the ball up 25 yards out. How to stop him? Impossible.
He's the alchemist, isn't he, with the formula to make gold. Iniesta. Adroitly done by Messi. Short punt.
They haven't got the ball and they've got to keep the shape.
Messi trying to get the first challenge here go. 8 the same starters for Manchester United. And misjudged by Ferdinand. Via Messi. Over 20 minutes and no suggestions of the shenanigans that Barcelona were tarred with in the semi-final. When they play the game properly, that they have the grasp of the darker arts as well. Here's Iniesta and Messi. Is he in here? Wonderful. Messi. Get as far as they would have wanted. And now it's Messi. And it's problems. Was one-on-one with Ferdinand, but he couldn't take advantage. Iniesta. Wasn't the best angle to see. Messi. Here come Barcelona again. Messi just got there first. He was caught by Giggs. Messi. Good pressing by Barcelona to get it back again. And to get it back to Messi. That's as fascinating as all the build-up suggested it would be. Now I'm being shortchanged by a final here. Iniesta to move on, maybe sooner than we think. He wants his team to move on. They've got 4 forward here against 4 back for Manchester United. Messi. This is Pedro, he'll keep it in. Messi, for Xavi, tonight's skipper is. Barcelona is stung by that Manchester United equaliser. Messi. Vidal. So often the fullbacks make extra attackers. And to make attack the best form of defence. Oh, but Messi skips away from Vidic. Looks for David Villa. Oh, Messi couldn't quite get the touch to send Barcelona in with a half-time lead.
Well, maybe trying to be a little bit too precise if you're going to pick a fault, but there you go, Vidic sucked in, a little nutmeg by Messi and he's away. Could he have put his foot through it there? David Villa, maybe so, in hindsight. Just get the slightest of flicks on it, Messi.
Not following orders, perhaps, Wayne Rooney. Notches on those particular belts. I mean, we start the second half at 1-1. Barcelona have played here before. A couple of years ago they played in the Wembley Cup, a pre-season tournament. Mostly their younger players then has produced this early second half corner.
There's 3 players in the box for Barcelona.
And 2 up again for Manchester United. Must be absolutely bristling with confidence after giving Barcelona the lead. Messi. Xavi. This is Iniesta. Messi.
To help out with Carrick, perhaps.
Xavi. Messi off on one of his magical runs and he had to pass. Fabio saw it coming. Barcelona bossing the ball again. Iniesta. It's Dani Alves in a goal here. Good save by Van der Sar. Comes out to Messi. Van der Sar was back, but there was cover in front of him. Tonight. Messi. Oh, Messi! He overpowered Edwin van der Sar. Out of very little. The little man gets a lot for Barcelona. He's England, and it's at Wembley. And it puts Barcelona 2-1 up against Manchester United in the Champions League Final.
Well, so often, Martin, we eulogise about his mazy dribbles. This time, it was all about the shot, the power. Edwin van der Sar, I'm not sure, the ball's swerving away from him. The question he's got, the Dutchman, is how on earth has Messi got the space 20-25 yards out to pull the trigger with no pressure on the ball? It's a real slip-up for Manchester United, and what a fillip for Barcelona that is. He can do everything, inside, outside the box, you name it.
It's his 53rd goal of an incredible season. Actually levels him with Cristiano Ronaldo. Haven't lost all those games. They might not lose this one. But they have conceded 2, the first 2 away from Old Trafford in their Champions League campaign this season.
That was a clumsy one. A high one from Valencia, who's made 1 or 2 fouls that have made the ref think. There's nothing if not efficient, economical.
Giggs with Park more central. They're playing behind Park here. Here's Pedro. Iniesta. It's Messi again. Parried by Van der Sar, cleared by Nemanja Vidic.
Well, I said beforehand, Van der Sar would have to make several saves tonight. He's going to keep his team in it.
Area. And Messi eventually found the back of Manchester United's net. It's not all about little How many alternative plans Sir Alex Ferguson has got? It continues like this. It's a lovely ball by Iniesta. It's Dani Alves. Physical energy here, so much emotional energy, particularly for a young player. And, this is by far the biggest game of a fledgling career. Alves, Messi. Barcelona in command at the moment. Iniesta. Barcelona all went to the near post, but now it breaks their way again, and Messi's away, and that means problems for Manchester United. Lucky to get it back. Here's Pedro. Can't find room for the shot. Iniesta does! Players in wide areas, Barcelona to stretch Manchester United defending. Messi. Going to hit another one. He's going to try and arrow a pass for Iniesta. Xavi. Manchester United where they want them at the moment. It's David Villa. Brilliant! Barcelona. David Villa gets in on the act. And that should see off Manchester United. They forced them back. And they found a way through again. Pep Guardiola's magnificent team.
Well, we said it was coming, anybody could see that. Now you see it, now you don't. Nani caught Cole, his first bit of back. They got the line and length. Again, he couldn't get it in, Nani. They got the line and length with several shots in this second half. That time they were able to find the corner. An absolute parlour from David Villa. And the start.
Paul Scholes has been out warming up. He wants to try and get a measure of control of it.
It'll become stretched now, though, won't it? Much more open. United take chances going forward.
Well, they've got to try, Manchester United, but if they leave the back door open, it's going to be a thrashing at Wembley. Xavi trying to go through himself rather than return it to Messi, who not stopped running in case. Xavi was to Kansai, the referee is just letting Barcelona break.
Well, he's made about 5 or 6 challenges.
Scholes losing out. Messi. One last thrust. Barcelona don't need it. It would be just like them to supply it. Wembley is hallowed ground for Barcelona again. Messi a scorer, Villa a scorer in the second half as they pulled away from Manchester United, and Sir Alex accepts it with good grace. He knows that they've been beaten by the best in Europe in the new stadium, as Barcelona were the best in Europe in the old stadium 19 years ago. Guardiola a winner here as a coach, just as he was as a player. No revenge for Rome for Manchester United, none of their joy of 1968. It's Barcelona's 4th triumph, their 3rd in the last 6 years.
Well, it was a pleasure to be here, as much as I was hoping Manchester United could lift the trophy. You have to hold your hands up to what is one of the best sides I've ever seen in my life, Martin. If you want a template for how fantasy football should be played, well, this is it. The great thing about them as well, they retain the humility. These Barcelona players, I think 7 of them came through the academy, that says it all. And they were well beaten, Manchester United, well beaten.
Final game for Edwin van der Sar in defeat. Well, success is hard enough, but to do it with such style is exceptional. Spain's 13th success. Might see in the under-21 tournament next month. Afellay came on right at the end, and there is the genius, which is Lionel Messi. Dani Alves. And has come back here to lift the European Cup for Barcelona. It's typical of the club. 5 years in a row with the first truly great European club team. Well, they're certainly on their way to being mentioned in the same breath and bracketed with those sort of greats from the past.